Today, we are diving into something that so many of us deal with every single day, but often get wrong: finding the right bra. And I want you to forget everything you think you know about measuring tapes, because we're about to talk about the real secret to a perfect fit. And trust me, it has everything to do with shape.
Okay, so let's just be honest for a second. Think about that drawer, the one that's probably overflowing with bras, but you only ever reach for maybe one or two of them. Or if we're being really honest, maybe none of them feel quite right. If you are nodding along right now, I promise you, you are so not alone.
In fact, get this, some studies show that over 70% of women are wearing the wrong bra size. 70%. I mean, that's a huge number, and it tells us one thing loud and clear. The old way of doing things, just, grabbing a tape measure and kind of hoping for the best, it's just not working.
So, here's what we're going to do. We'll start by talking about the common problems we all face. Then, we get to the really good stuff, why shape is the secret weapon you've been missing. We'll go through a guide to help you figure out your own shape, then how to match it with the right bra, and even a super simple 4-step check to make sure you've nailed the fit. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with a little reminder that it's your body and your choice. All right, first things first. Let's get one thing straight. That constant battle with gaping cups or straps that dig in or band that just rides up your back, it's not you. It's not your body that's the problem. It's the system. See, here's the thing. A truly great fit is about so much more than a number and a letter on a tag. It's really a journey of understanding the unique way your body is built, the way your breast tissue is shaped, how dense it is, even where it sits on your chest. All of that plays a huge role.
Which brings us right to the heart of what we're talking about today, the one thing that gets overlooked all the time, but makes all the difference in the world. It's not just about the size of your breasts, it's about their shape.
And this quote from the blog Midlife Chic just perfectly captures that aha moment, when you finally find a bra that doesn't just fit your size, but actually complements your shape. The effect can be totally transformative. I mean, it's not just about comfort, it's about feeling supported and just great in your own skin.
Okay, so let's get into the specifics. You're probably thinking, how on earth do I even know what my shape is? Well, while every single body is unique, most of us can find ourselves in a few general categories. And figuring out which one you lean towards, that's the first step to finding your perfect bra match.
So this is a great place to start. Just take a look. Do you see yourself here? Round shapes are pretty much what they sound like, equally full on the top and bottom. Bell shapes, well, they're a bit fuller at the bottom. East-west shapes tend to point outwards, and slender shapes are a bit longer and narrower. Of course, these aren't strict rules. They're just helpful guides to get you thinking. And of course, there are so many other beautiful variations out there. Asymmetry is incredibly common. In fact, more than half of all women have it. Athletic shapes are often a bit wider, with more muscle. Side set just means there's a wider space right in the center. And teardrop is kind of like that classic round shape, just a little fuller on the bottom. See? So many possibilities. I think this quote from Dr. Daniel Barrett is so important because it just normalizes something that a lot of people feel self-conscious about. Asymmetry isn't a flaw. It's just a totally normal, natural part of being human. It's just the way our bodies are. And knowing that is so incredibly empowering.
All right, time to put this knowledge into action. Now that you have a better idea of your shape, how do you actually use that information when you're shopping? Well, it's all about matching the construction of the bra, the style, to what your body actually needs.
Let's look at two really popular styles. So, a plunge bra. You know the one with that low centerpiece? It's amazing for creating cleavage and pushing the breasts together, which is just perfect for side set or east-west shapes. A balcony bra, on the other hand, gives you this beautiful lift from the bottom up, which is fantastic for shapes that are fuller on the bottom, like slender and bell shapes. And here are a few more game-changing pairings. A full-cup bra offers amazing coverage and support, which is great for rounder shapes. A push-up can give a fantastic boost to athletic or east-west types. A side support bra, oh, this is a total game changer if you have side-set tissue, because it gently guides it all forward. And a classic, smooth t-shirt bra, perfect for conical shapes. It's all about finding the right tool for the job.
Okay, so you've figured out your shape, you've picked a style that seems like it should work, but how do you know for sure that the fit is actually perfect? Let's walk through a super simple 4-step check that you can do every single time you try on a bra.
But first, I need you to just erase what you think you know about where bra support comes from, because this is probably the most important thing you'll hear today. 80% of a bra's support comes from the band, not the straps.
The band. If the band isn't right, the whole bra is wrong. Period.
So here's how you check. Step 1 is the lean and scoop. You literally lean forward and scoop all of your breast tissue from the sides and bottom into the cup. It's a game changer. Second, check that band. It needs to be totally level all the way around and snug enough that you can only pull it about an inch away from your body. Third, always start on the loosest hook when a bra is new so you can tighten it as it stretches. And finally, adjust the straps so you can just fit 2 fingers underneath. They're only there for 20% of the work, remember?
I absolutely love this quote because it just describes the scoop technique so perfectly. The writer calls it a hoik, and honestly, that's exactly what it can feel like. But that ta-da moment she talks about, that's when you know you've got all of your breast tissue right where it's supposed to be, finally getting the support it deserves.
Now let's bring all of this home with what is truly the most important message of all. This journey isn't about trying to squish your body into some random predefined mold. No way. It's about finding the tools that celebrate the unique and beautiful shape you already have.
You might hear this term archetypal breast thrown around. Well, as you can see here, this is simply the model that manufacturers use when they're first designing bras. It's a technical template. It is not and was never, ever meant to be a standard of what's normal or ideal.
Let's just say that one more time, because it really matters. There is no such thing as a normal breast shape. Round, slender, asymmetrical, side set, they are all just beautiful variations of the human body. Every single shape is unique, and every single shape is valid.
And you know, it's so important to remember that your shape isn't set in stone. It's influenced by so many things throughout your life. Your genetics, weight changes, exercise, age, and major life events like pregnancy and breastfeeding. Change is completely natural and totally expected. The key is to just check in with your body every so often and adjust your support as you evolve.
So we'll leave you with this question to think about. Now that you're armed with all this new knowledge about your unique shape, what are you going to look for next time? This isn't just about buying a new piece of clothing. It's about making a powerful, informed choice for your own comfort and confidence. It's about finding that perfect fit for the amazing body you have right now.